Yeah, we had Coach Moore on here before, and before the season started, he was like, "I got the two best bigs in the conference. You know, I got the
Mm.
offensive juggernaut, defensive juggernaut. So how does that feel? You know, to have your coach say that about you?"
Hey, no, that feels amazing. Like, and Coach Moore is not he's not a shy guy. Like he says what he feels. Like he put a lot of
Mm.
confidence in me and Nelson just from his attitude about how he deemed us as players. Like he would always say, "I got the two best bigs in the league." Like you know how empowering that is as a player when your coach is telling you that. Like you're thinking about that in workouts, you're thinking about that in warm ups for the games, thinking about that in game when we playing well off each other, like dropping the ball off to each other. Nelson throwing me no look downs behind his head. Like we felt like we was the best bigs, and I feel like we were. I honestly feel like pound for pound, two best like forwards like playing together, like really us. You can't like really put a name against us. Like
Mm.
we was really like that, and we was having fun doing it. So that was definitely like really nice to know. Like I knew, and I always know that he said stuff like that. He's a very motivating coach, so I appreciate that.
Mm.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I tell people all the time when I tell people that story, like how he said, I feel like I got the two best bigs in the league. I tell people, I always make sure I end it with, we proved him right because you end up being first team all conference. So clearly one of the best players in the league. And then I end up being defensive player of the year. So it was clearly, like he said, like the offensive juggernaut and defensive juggernaut. It was like, I got this guy at the four who can give you a bucket any way you want it. And then I got this guy at five that gonna make sure y'all don't get a bucket. So it's like I tell people all the time, like, yeah, when coach said that, it means a lot to me to know that we proved them right in the end. Like, yeah, we are the two best bigs in the league. Like your 4 and 5 might have been like on the all conference team or whatever, because some of them had more than one guy all conference. But as far as the bigs, like the 4 or 5 for every team, like you said, like I don't think nobody messing with us like 4 or 5. Like you got first team all conference and defensive player of the year. I don't think you mess with that. That's just me though. Like you can't beat that. That's like having I mean Hunt wasn't player of the year, but I know like if we would have been like second, maybe even third in the league, he would have been in that running for being player of the year. We end up finishing fifth. But like
Yeah.
I feel like us being like that, those two awards almost like, I mean, I'll get you on play guard, but it's like Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, or like I feel like this it's in that realm of like, man, you guys somebody who
That's a good
like just
comparison.
get a
Yeah.
bucket, like get you guys gotta get you a bucket and a guy that's gonna make sure nobody scores on this other side of the floor. And like granted their team ain't, the best, but that's like kind of how I think about it. Like or like LeBron and AD, like in 2020, AD was in the running for defensive player of the year. And Braun was still first team All NBA. I think about it like that too. I'm like, man, no, nobody messes with us like that when you think about it in that way. I feel like you probably won't see that again either. Like a 4 or 5 duo that's like playing well off each other and like getting it done on both ends. I feel like that don't come around every day. Like we ain't got it now. Like no offense to the guy we got now, but like it's not the same. It's like we trying to
Yeah.
make it happen, obviously, but like it's not the same. Like so that will make me feel like it ain't gonna be an everyday thing for us to have for somebody to say like, oh, I got the two best D's in the league. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I
And it was
appreciate
really
it.
yeah, it was really crazy. The games when me and Nelson were both on our P's and Q's, like Georgia Southwestern at Georgia Southwestern.
Oh my goodness.
We were how many did you finish with? I know you dunked the ball like 8 times, but how
No,
many did you
literally.
finish with?
I had 18, but I don't like six. I had like 6 or 7 dunks, and the announcer said it. The announcer was like, "That's Nelson Haskins' fifth dunk of the game."
Yeah.
And then I think you ended with like 22 or something like that.
Yeah, but I had how many rebounds? I think I had 17 something 16
You had a lot of rebounds because
some
I know I had
something like
18
that.
and 10. I mean 18,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. So yeah, I mean,
Yes.
when we was both on at the same time, it wasn't much you could do. Like I think about
Yeah.
Aiken, not to go on a tangent right now, but like I think about Aiken, like when we play Aiken in the conference tournament, I feel like that was another one. Like I think I ended with like 16 and like 8 rebounds, and I had like 4 or 5 blocks. And Hunt had like 20 something and like 10 rebounds. And I was like, man, and then I still think about this play to this day all the time. This is a staple of what made me and Hunt what we was. There's a play where we had just like turned it over or something, I think. And they was like trying to push the break. And I'm like running in front of the guy with the ball. I'm like backpedaling. But I'm looking at his eyes. I'm like, he trying to find somebody. Even though I don't see what's going on behind me in the break, I'm like, he trying to pass to somebody. So then he tried to outlet the ball like up court. And I read it. So I jump, steal the ball, keep my feet just past the half court line so I don't get a back court. And I throw it back to Langston. Langston take 2 dribbles, throw the lob to Hunt, and Hunt dunk it. That is like a prime example of what me and Hunt was. Like, I made a great defensive play, got into the guard throw Hunt a oop like instantly. And so like that's how we was. Like, and that ain't even a block in there, even though like I'm known for shot blocking. That's just like a defensive play, made the right move, and then we got the ball to the guy who needed it. He got a bucket. So that was what it was like when me and Hunt had it going.
Yeah, definitely have fun out there playing with an all around defensive mind, not just blocks, of course, steals, and countless contested shots that he probably made a dude shoot this horrible shot, hit nothing but backboard. Like, you can't even count those. Those are like the things that don't really show up on the stat sheet, but it's kind of all over the place, and letting other guys know where to go. If he has to push somebody in the back, he's saying, Hunt, that's out. Hunt, go right. Hunt, go right. That's out, Hunt. Turn around, Hunt. I got the help, Hunt. Just not just me, talking to everybody on the court, just all over the place. It takes a lot to do that. I think it's harder than people think to actually be like that. But for Nelson, it kind of comes real naturally. So I don't think I ever will have another teammate like that. You know, that's what it's like when you're playing with like what you would call like these like generational players at school. You know, I can see Nelson going Hall of Fame at CSU. You know, so of course it all depends on this year, but you know, I'm banking on it happening, especially being defensive player of the year last year, probably coming close on the all-time blocks list this year, depending on how it goes. So,
yeah, man,
looking forward to
that's
seeing
the main
it.
goal.
Oh yeah,
yeah, man. So that was the duo. That was the 2 best bigs in the league, man. That's how we got down.
Wait, wait, hold on. Time out. Hold on real quick. I just got a quick question for you. All right, okay, look. So where did you go? Like, what are you going after right now in your life? Right? Are you looking to make the team? Okay, you didn't make the team, but you're looking to figure out how to make the team coming up. Or maybe you made the team, but you're on the bench, you're not playing like you want to. Or maybe you're playing a little bit like you want to, but you're not a starter, or you're not finishing the games like you want to. Or maybe you're the player, but you're just not quite where you want to be as far as recognizing your county or maybe your conference or your state, whatever you're trying to be recognized at. Whatever your goal is, I want you to forget about that. Like, put it on the board or something, write it down in your phone, and just put it somewhere and tuck it away. I want you to take that goal, throw it over there, and now I want you to write a new one, right? I want you to write PROGRESS. Progress. I want you to make progress your goal. Okay? So take that big goal that you have now and take it, put it in your back pocket, and just figure out how to make progress and work towards that goal. Because sometimes we get so caught up on the goal of the end goal where we want to be that we don't keep working forward and working towards that goal like we should be. So every day I want you to wake up and figure out how to just make progress. How can I be better today than I was yesterday? It's to do tomorrow. The same exact thing. Figure out how can I be better today than I was yesterday. It doesn't matter how good you are or what you did yesterday. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Your goal today is to make progress, be better than you was yesterday. And so if you need a reminder about that, all I want you to do is to have a reminder. I want you to go ahead and get one of these hoodies. Or you get you a t-shirt. I got a couple options for you. So get you a hoodie or a t-shirt just to remind yourself, just to keep it as a memento to be like, man, today's goal is to make progress. My only goal is to make progress. Progress is the only goal. So if that fits you and you feel like you need to make progress to be your goal, go ahead and hit the link in the description below and invest into yourself. Invest into that reminder. Treat it like an alarm clock to remind you that you need to make progress. Make sure that you're focused and being intentional about the work that you have today. So progress is the only goal. hit the description below to invest into yourself. It's not about me, investing into yourself to remind yourself that progress is my goal for today.